Have you ever wondered what Ozempic and weight loss drugs like it really do inside your body? These aren't just trendy injections for quick fat loss. They're powerful medications that mimic your body's natural hormones to do some serious work behind the scenes. But there's a lot more going on than what influencers are sharing. Today, we're breaking down exactly how these drugs work, what the science says, and the risks you need to know. Ozempic, Wegovy, Rybelsus, these names have flooded social media. But they all trace back to one active compound, semaglutide. Originally developed to manage type 2 diabetes, semaglutide has now been approved for chronic weight management. Why? Because of one very noticeable side effect, substantial fat loss. These drugs are part of a class known as GLP-1 receptor agonists. GLP-1 stands for glucagon-like peptide 1, a hormone your body naturally produces in response to eating. Its job is to help the pancreas release insulin, suppress the release of glucagon, slow stomach emptying, and signal satiety to the brain. By mimicking GLP-1, these drugs tell your body you're full faster. They keep food in your stomach longer and regulate your blood sugar more effectively. That's why they work well not only for diabetics but also for people trying to lose significant weight. Here's where things get impressive. In clinical studies, participants using semaglutide lost on average about 15% of their body weight over roughly 68 weeks. That's not water weight, that's real fat loss. In contrast, those on a placebo lost just about 2.4%. For someone who weighs 250 pounds, that 15% is about 37 pounds. But here's the important caveat. This isn't a miracle drug. The studies all included diet and lifestyle changes too. People who sat back and expected the injections to do all the work didn't get the same results. And there's another layer. Most of the weight loss occurs in the first 6 months to a year. After that, many patients plateau unless they make continued lifestyle adjustments. Also, some portion of that weight loss may come from lean body mass, muscle. That's not ideal, especially if your goal is long-term fat loss and metabolic health. So lifting weights, getting protein, and staying active are still crucial. Let's look under the hood. When you inject or take semaglutide orally, it binds to GLP-1 receptors throughout your body. These are concentrated in your pancreas, your brain, and your digestive tract. In the pancreas, it stimulates insulin production only when blood sugar is high. It suppresses glucagon, reducing blood sugar spikes. In the brain, it activates satiety centers in your hypothalamus, telling you you're full even after smaller meals. It may alter food reward and cravings, especially for high-calorie foods. In the stomach and gut, it slows gastric emptying. That means food stays in your stomach longer, making you feel full for hours. It also reduces appetite indirectly by stretching the stomach wall over a longer time. This triple action effect leads to less hunger, smaller meals, fewer cravings, and more stable blood sugar. That's how fat loss becomes easier. Not automatic, but more manageable. Some studies even suggest improved cardiovascular outcomes and reduced inflammation markers. The weight loss itself may play a role in those benefits. But GLP-1 drugs might have independent protective effects too. This is where things get real. Most common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea or constipation, abdominal pain, fatigue, and headache. These symptoms usually show up in the first few weeks and tend to improve as your body adjusts. Doctors typically start patients on a low dose and gradually increase it to help minimize these issues. But not all risks are mild. Gastroparesis. Some people experience such slow digestion that it becomes painful and affects their ability to eat at all. Pancreatitis. Though rare, this is a serious risk. Anyone with a history of pancreatic issues needs to be cautious. Thyroid C-cell tumors. Animal studies showed an increased risk. It hasn't been proven in humans. Still, this risk is noted on the warning label. Muscle loss. Losing weight too fast and not supporting muscle with strength training and protein can lead to lean mass loss. That impacts metabolism and can lead to weight regain later. Ozempic face and Ozempic mouth. People report facial fat loss and sagging skin, as well as dry mouth and taste changes. While cosmetic, these can impact quality of life. This part doesn't get talked about enough. Most people who stop taking semaglutide regain at least some of the weight. Studies show that within a year of stopping, patients regained about 2/3 of the weight they lost. Why? Because the drug stops doing the things that made weight loss easier. Appetite returns. Stomach empties faster. Cravings creep back. Energy intake increases naturally. Also, if any muscle was lost during the weight loss phase, your metabolism is slightly lower than when you started. That means the rebound can happen fast. So if you're thinking about these medications, make sure you're building sustainable habits alongside them. You'll need those to maintain the results. GLP-1 agonists like Ozempic and Wegovy are powerful tools. But they're not cheat codes. They can reduce hunger, help regulate blood sugar, and support real fat loss when combined with lifestyle changes. But they also come with side effects. High cost, especially without insurance, and potential for weight regain after discontinuation. If you choose to go this route, treat it like a jumpstart, not a lifelong fix. Build strength, Focus on protein. Use the momentum to lock in better habits. That way, when you do stop taking it, you're not relying on the drug to do all the work. And if you don't want to take medication, that's totally valid. You can still achieve great results through consistent nutrition, movement, and recovery. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit subscribe for more honest, evidence-based fitness and fat loss content. No hype. No BS. Just real talk. Drop a comment if you've tried Ozempic or are thinking about it. What questions do you still have? We might cover them in the next video. Until then, stay strong and keep challenging the noise. This is Shredded Truths. See you in the next one.